Have you ever gazed into the mirror, dressed in a high quality or even luxury ensemble, only to feel a strange sense of disappointment? The pieces are beautiful, yet the reflection feels underwhelming, muted, uninspired, and disconnected from who you are. It isn't that the outfit is bad, it's just that it fails to leave an impression. The real frustration sets in when you observe other women who seem to command attention with almost no effort. They aren't wearing anything extravagant, they stick to basic silhouettes and understated tones, yet they radiate an air of polished authority and timeless grace. They draw the eye effortlessly, leaving you to wonder if there's a style secret you simply weren't invited to learn. The missing piece of the puzzle. Here is the reality. Elegance isn't an innate gift, it is a skill that is rarely taught. Your struggle has nothing to do with your silhouette, your age, or the size of your closet. The culprit is almost always color disharmony. When colors work against you, they drain your energy. When they work for you, they act as a spotlight. Today, we are breaking down a transformative color system into 7 straightforward principles. These rules will shift how the world sees your wardrobe and how you see yourself. Once you understand this logic, your approach to getting dressed will be changed forever. The 60-30-10 rule. If you've ever felt like your outfits should look better than they do, you're not alone. Most women don't struggle because they lack style or taste, they struggle because no one ever taught them how elegance actually works. We're taught to buy trends, collect pieces, and experiment endlessly, but almost never shown how to create harmony. On this channel, we don't chase fashion noise. We break down the quiet rules that make style look intentional, refined, and effortless. The kind of style that doesn't shout for attention, but still commands it. And one of the most overlooked foundations of that kind of elegance is color. Not trends, not body type tricks, color logic. In today's video, you're going to learn the 3-color code that elegant women use, often without even realizing it. We'll break it into 7 clear, practical rules you can apply immediately, whether you're dressing casually, professionally, or for special occasions. By the end, you'll understand why some outfits always work, why others feel off, and how to finally make your wardrobe feel aligned with who you are now, not who you used to be. Most women think elegance is intuitive, something you either have or you don't. But the truth is far more comforting than that. Elegance follows structure, and once you understand the structure, everything suddenly makes sense. The 60-30-10 rule didn't originate in fashion, it comes from interior design, where balance and visual comfort are everything. Designers discovered long ago that the human eye relaxes when it sees proportions it understands. When those proportions are off, even beautiful elements start to feel chaotic. Clothing works the same way. Here's how it breaks down. 60% of your outfit should be one dominant base color. This is the color that grounds the look. It usually comes from your largest pieces: pants, skirts, blazers, coats, or dresses. When these pieces share the same color family, the body looks longer, calmer, and more intentional. This is where many outfits fail. Too many base colors competing for attention instantly fragment the silhouette. 30% is your secondary color. This color supports the base rather than challenging it. Think of blouses, knitwear, vests, or layering pieces. It adds interest without stealing focus. The role of this color is harmony, not drama. 10% is the accent. This is where personality lives. Shoes, bags, belts, scarves, or statement jewelry. That small pop of contrast catches the eye and gives the outfit a sense of completion. It's not loud, it's deliberate. Why does this formula work so well? Because it creates a visual hierarchy. The eye knows exactly where to look first, where to rest, and where to be intrigued. When you wear 4, 5, or 6 unrelated colors in similar proportions, the eye gets confused. It jumps around with no clear destination. The result feels busy, unfinished, and strangely tiring to look at. Let's make this practical. Imagine black trousers and a black blazer. That's your 60%. Strong, grounded, slimming. Add a white blouse underneath. That's your 30%. Clean and supportive. Finish the look with red shoes or a red handbag. That 10% becomes the focal point. People notice it, they remember it, and suddenly the outfit feels styled, not just worn. This is why some women can wear the simplest outfits and still look refined. They're not guessing, they're respecting proportion, often instinctively, and once you understand this rule, you stop relying on instinct alone. Here's the real power of the 60-30-10 formula. You don't need more clothes, you need clearer roles for the ones you already own. When every piece knows its job, your style becomes calm, confident, and unmistakably intentional. And this is just the foundation. Once you have this, everything else becomes easier, the sandwich method. If the 60-30-10 rule gives your outfit structure, the sandwich method gives it instant order. This is one of those techniques that feels almost too simple, yet once you learn it, you start seeing it everywhere. And more importantly, you stop getting dressed wrong on busy mornings. The sandwich method works on a very basic visual principle. When the color at the top of your outfit matches the color at the bottom, the eye automatically reads the look as complete, framed, and intentional. The body becomes the filling, and the colors create a clean outline around it. Here's what that looks like in practice. A black top, beige trousers, and black shoes. A white blouse, blue jeans, and white sneakers. Same idea. Two matching ends, one contrasting center. What does this do visually? It creates an invisible vertical line that organizes your silhouette. The eye travels smoothly from head to toe without interruption. This makes the body appear longer, slimmer, and more balanced, especially helpful if you're petite or feel like outfits often cut you in half. This method is incredibly powerful because it removes guesswork. Instead of asking yourself, do these colors go together, you're simply creating symmetry, and symmetry always reads as intentional. Another reason this works so well is psychological. When an outfit feels closed, nothing looks accidental. There's no floating color that feels out of place, no piece that looks like it was added last minute. Even the simplest combination suddenly feels styled. This is why so many elegant women rely on this method daily, even without naming it. They're not overthinking, they're repeating a visual pattern that works every time. Now, an important clarification. The 60-30-10 method doesn't mean you have to wear the exact same shade on top and bottom. Staying within the same color family works beautifully. Navy top with navy shoes, cream blouse with off-white flats, or charcoal sweater with black boots, the effect remains the same. You can also use this method to rescue outfits that feel boring. If everything feels too neutral or flat, add interest in the middle. Texture, pattern, or a softer tone. The frame stays clean while the center becomes expressive. This is one of the best techniques for travel, errands, or casual days when you want to look put together without effort. You could be wearing a simple t-shirt and flats, but when the colors are sandwiched correctly, the result feels deliberate. And once you combine this with the 60-30-10 formula, something clicks. Getting dressed becomes faster, calmer, and less emotional. You stop second-guessing and start trusting the system, metal loyalty. This is the rule that quietly ruins a lot of otherwise good outfits, and the reason it happens so often is simple. Most women don't think of metal as color, they think of it as decoration, a neutral, something that doesn't really count. But visually, metal absolutely counts. Gold, silver, brass, gunmetal, rose gold, these are all strong visual tones, and when you ignore them, they start competing with the rest of your outfit in ways you don't realize. Think about this for a moment. If your belt buckle is gold, your blazer buttons are gold, your bag hardware is gold, and your earrings are gold, that's consistency. The eye reads it as clean, intentional, and polished. It feels finished. Now imagine the opposite. Silver earrings, a gold belt buckle, and mixed hardware on the bag. Suddenly, nothing looks wrong on its own, but the whole look feels unsettled, slightly messy, like the outfit couldn't decide what it wanted to be. This is why mixing metals is so tricky. It's not that it can't be done, it's that it requires a high level of control. When done well, it looks deliberate. When done accidentally, it looks careless. For most women, especially when building everyday outfits, the smartest approach is loyalty. Pick a metal family and stay with it. Gold or silver, warm or cool, this one decision instantly simplifies your styling and elevates the result. Metals also interact directly with your three-color rule. If your outfit already has 3 colors and then you introduce 2 different metals, you've quietly added a 4th and 5th visual element. That's where harmony starts to break. Here's how to apply this rule easily. First, look at the dominant metal in your outfit: buttons, zippers, or belt buckles. That metal sets the tone. Match your jewelry to it. Or, if you prefer statement jewelry, let the jewelry lead the way and adjust the accessories accordingly. Second, consider your color palette. Warm colors like camel, beige, brown, ivory, and olive almost always look better with.
Let's make this simple. If you're wearing a printed blouse with blue and pink on a white background, you already have your palette: blue, pink, and white. That's it. Your pants must be blue, pink, or white. Your shoes must also belong to one of those colors. No beige, no black, no random pop of color that feels tempting in the moment. The print brings complexity. The rest of the outfit must bring calm. This is why prints often look more elegant when paired with solids. Solid pieces give the eye a place to rest. They balance the movement and energy of the pattern. When everything is competing for attention, nothing looks refined. Another mistake women make with prints is scale overload. A bold print paired with bold accessories creates visual noise. With prints, restraint is sophistication. Clean lines, simple shapes, and quiet accessories are key. This rule also explains why prints feel easier to wear in dresses. A printed dress already resolves most color decisions within one piece. You only need to coordinate shoes and a bag using colors that already exist in the print. That's why printed dresses often feel more forgiving than printed tops. If you want to elevate printed pieces even further, choose one color from the print and repeat it deliberately. For example, a navy element in the pattern echoed in the shoes or belt. This creates continuity and makes the outfit feel designed rather than assembled. Once you understand this, prints stop being intimidating. You stop avoiding them and start using them strategically. They become a feature, not a problem. And now that you know how to control complexity, we are ready to move into something even more powerful: specific color combinations that instantly communicate elegance, confidence, and quiet authority. Combination 1, the timeless trio. Some color combinations never shout, yet they're impossible to ignore. They don't rely on trends, logos, or dramatic contrasts. Instead, they communicate something far more powerful: stability, taste, and quiet confidence. And the most iconic of these combinations is camel, off-white, and black. This trio has been worn for decades by women who never needed to prove anything. Think of classic style icons, private club wardrobes, and heritage fashion houses. You'll see it everywhere once you know what to look for. So why does this combination work so well? Camel is the emotional anchor. It brings warmth, softness, and approachability. Unlike bright colors, camel doesn't demand attention, it invites it. It carries a sense of history and refinement. Off-white plays a very specific role here. This is not crisp, clinical white. It's ivory, cream, or soft ecru, shades that reflect light gently instead of harshly on mature skin. Off-white is incredibly flattering. It brightens the face without emphasizing lines or shadows. It feels intentional, not stark. Black provides structure and authority. It grounds the softness of camel and off-white so the outfit doesn't drift into looking too casual or too delicate. Black says this look has boundaries. It's elegant but serious. Together, these 3 colors create balance: warmth, light, and strength. Here's how to use this combination correctly. Start with black as your base. Well-cut black trousers, a skirt, or even a sleek knit dress. This gives you that 60% foundation we talked about earlier. Clean lines, strong silhouette. Next, introduce off-white near the face, a silk blouse, a fine knit, or a tailored shirt. This is your 30%. It softens the contrast and draws attention upward. The face looks brighter and the overall look feels calmer. Finally, bring in camel as your third piece, a coat, a blazer, a long cardigan, or even a structured scarf. This is where the quiet luxury lives. Camel doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. In fact, the more understated it is, the richer it looks. This combination works in almost every setting: work, travel, lunch meetings, or even casual environments when styled simply. And what makes it so effective is that it never feels like you're trying too hard. It feels inherited, not purchased. Another advantage of this trio is longevity. These colors don't age. You can wear them now, next year, and 10 years from now. They don't lock you into a moment in time. If you've ever wanted to look elegant without feeling dressed up, this is the combination to start with. It communicates confidence without arrogance, success without flash, and presence without noise. And once you experience how powerful a well-chosen color trio can be, you'll be ready for the next level, a combination that doesn't just look elegant, but actually makes you look fresher, brighter, and more alive. Combination 2, the Riviera look. This is the combination I hinted at earlier, the one that doesn't just make you look elegant, but visibly fresher, brighter, and more alive. And once you understand why it works, you'll never look at navy the same way again. Let's start with the most important shift. Navy is not black's quieter cousin. Navy is black's smarter evolution. Black can be harsh, especially near the face. On mature skin, it can exaggerate shadows, dull the complexion, and make features appear more tired than they actually are. Navy, on the other hand, carries the same authority and slimming power, but with depth and softness. It reflects light differently. It flatters rather than drains. That's why navy is often called the rich woman's black. Now add white, but not carelessly. Crisp, clean white used strategically brings contrast and clarity. It lifts navy, making the entire outfit feel fresh instead of heavy. The key is placement. White works best closer to the face or layered lightly, never overwhelming the look. And then comes the magic ingredient, cognac leather. This warm, natural brown tone is what transforms a simple navy and white outfit into something memorable. Cognac evokes images without trying: European coastlines, sailboats, summer evenings, that effortless elegance associated with places where style is lived, not performed. Why does this combination feel so rejuvenating? Because it balances contrast and warmth perfectly. Navy provides structure, white provides light, and cognac provides soul. Together, they create an outfit that feels both polished and relaxed, sophisticated but not rigid. Here's how to build this look with intention. Start with navy as your base. A monochromatic navy outfit works beautifully here. Navy trousers and a navy blouse, a navy dress, or even a navy knit set. This creates length and calm. Next, layer white thoughtfully, a white blazer draped over the shoulders, or a crisp white shirt peeking through a lightweight cardigan. This adds freshness without breaking the vertical line. Finally, bring in cognac through accessories: a leather belt, a structured bag, loafers, sandals, or ankle boots. Keep it genuine looking. The richness of cognac comes from its depth, not its shine. The result is immediate. The face looks more awake, the outfit feels intentional but relaxed. There's an ease to it that reads as confidence, not effort. This combination works year-round. In summer, it feels nautical and light. In fall, it becomes warm and grounded. In winter, it looks refined and composed. Few color trios adapt this seamlessly across seasons. And perhaps most importantly, this is a combination that grows with you. It doesn't try to make you look younger by pretending you're someone else. It enhances what's already there: grace, presence, and self-assurance. Combination 3, high-maintenance luxury. In the next and final part, we'll look at the most daring of all, a combination that quietly signals power, privilege, and a life that doesn't rush. A combination that makes people look twice, not because it's loud, but because it's rare. This is the most misunderstood color combination of all, and also the most powerful. Light beige, white, and gold don't just create an outfit, they send a message, a psychological one, and whether people realize it consciously or not, they respond to it immediately. Wearing light clothing from head to toe signals something very specific. It suggests control, calm, and a life that isn't rushed or chaotic. Because, let's be honest, who chooses light clothing if they're worried about spills, wrinkles, crowds, or comfort? This palette quietly implies that you move through the world without friction. That's why this is often described as high maintenance, not because it's impractical, but because it suggests that someone else worries about the mess or that you simply don't have to. White is the foundation of this look, clean, intentional, and unforgiving, which is exactly why it feels powerful. White exposes everything, wrinkles, stains, poor fabric quality. When worn well, it communicates precision and self-respect. Light beige softens that intensity. Think oatmeal, sand, or warm stone. These tones bring warmth and approachability to white without breaking the tonal harmony. They also create incredible vertical elongation when worn together. Tone-on-tone light colors make the body appear taller, lighter, and more fluid. Gold is not decoration here, it's punctuation, the finishing detail that warms the palette and brings it to life. Gold interacts beautifully with mature skin. It reflects warmth back into the face, softening features and enhancing a natural glow. This is why gold jewelry often looks more flattering than silver in light outfits. The key to this combination is restraint. Nothing loud, nothing oversized, no sharp contrasts. The power lives in subtlety. Here's how to build this look correctly. Start with light beige or oatmeal tailored trousers, linen pants, or a fluid skirt. This becomes your base. Add a white top in a high-quality fabric, cotton poplin, silk, or a fine knit. The fabric matters here more than anywhere else. Layer with a light beige cardigan, scarf, or